it's their first game, I don't think they know that much about Jermaine Bell. I think after tonight, they will.
I think it's one of those things also, Will, that word's going to spread throughout the ABA about Jermaine Bell.
Most definitely. I'm not sure, or I might not be surprised if there's not an NBA watching this game.
And there he is with
scout.
that dominant dunk. He's averaging around 4 to 5 dunks a game. It's just easy points for him, easy baskets. And there he is. We have to note, number 2 is Richard Miller. I'm not playing tonight. That's just Richard Miller of the Orlando Kings.
And for those that are not at the game, he's not doing 2 things.
There he is, Antonio Lawrence with that 3. Already 3 points. You know, he had 0 points last night, what we talked about in the pregame.
I wonder if he was just taking a break yesterday, saving it for tonight.
Maybe so. Matt Fields right there. It'll still be Kings basketball. Nick Walry kind of telling everybody where they need to be, kind of directing traffic.
Right now, I think he's being that leader on the court for them right now at the moment.
Very much so. There's an open shot again. Kings can't hit it.
Antonio Lawrence with a rebound. He's going to step it up this game here.
And even though he had 0 points last night, he did have 6 rebounds. Nick Walry with the missed shot. That's one of his favorites right there. Richard Miller bringing the ball down. Gosh, that's weird to say. Tripped up, but a little putback. Willie Irick.
Ed Horton bringing the ball up the court. There he goes. I know Ed, he's going to be down on himself for that turnover.
Alley-oop with the 3D rule on. Jermaine Bell already his second dunk. Giants leading by 6, and that 3D rule comes into play big time for the Giants.
And that's why they score as many points as they do. They live off of the defense.
We saw it last night, 180. Are you kidding me? We saw 206 a week ago. Unbelievable stuff.
And also 180 in Gainesville.
That is true. On the road for the first time.
And I didn't know how the guys were going to respond being on the road, being in the atmosphere with this much fan that love them, and going to another city where there's not too much of a Giants fan.
Nick Walry with the back down. Can't quite get it, but Matt Fields is right there. Mr. Double-Double. And I think they did very well on the road. A lot of bonding.
That is true.
Nice alley-oop, little bank off the glass for Travis Aikens.
The one thing I can say about these Kings, they so far keeping this a game.
And that's what you have to do with the Giants. You got to play them tough from tip until finish.
And see, that's what the Kings are doing, unlike yesterday where they were in a zone. The Kings is man-to-man, and that's what you have to do with the Giants if you want to have a shot at beating them.
Well, the Thundercats got a slow start, but then you saw in the 3rd and 4th quarter, they really found their rhythm, but it still just wasn't enough.
They gave up. That's what it was. And just like we said, the coach should have came and played in that game because he had the intensity that they needed.
He should have. And Kevin Waters, one of the big reasons the Giants are doing so well. Nick Walry inside, another and one for him. He's used to that.
Yes, he is. I told you, he's one of those Charles Barkley type guys. Big body, strong down low. And there
Gets
he
him
goes.
with the pump fake, not once, but twice.
And one.
He really takes advantage of the post. When you've got a player like him and Jermaine Bell down low, gosh, that's tough to stop.
Definitely it is. And one thing about the big men for the Giants, they could run the court.
They can. They can indeed. We even saw it last night with Jason Bennett when he came in. Now, although he tweaked that ankle late in the ball game, but he was ready to go.
His defense does make a presence when he's in that game.
And then also, you have to remember, our title sponsor, Absolute Medical Clinic. 8 locations, 1 number. If you need treatment for auto injury, headache, neck, or back pain, think Absolute Medical Clinic. They bring you the Jacksonville Giants each and every week. Loses the handle. There he is, Jermaine Bell. Fast break by Ed Horton. Just a little lay-in.
The Kings cannot have turnovers against the Giants if they want to win this game tonight.
That's one of the keys to beating the Giants is avoid the turnovers.
Exactly.
Stay away from that pressing D that the Giants just suffocate teams with.
Nick again with the rebound.
Trying to get the fast break, can't quite get it. 3D rule is on. Shot by Aiken, open shot, no good.
Nick
Rebound
again
by Walring.
with the rebound.
Ed Horton gets partially blocked. Excellent play by Aiken, getting back from that missed shot. Excellent take, but can't quite finish.
Ed with a 3. That's Hollywood.
We even said last night, he only takes shots that he knows 100% that he can make.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't really see Ed forcing a shot.
Nearly never. He's always pass first, shoot second.
And that's where that leadership comes in at.
Open 3 by Willie Irick, no good.